Hey y'all, this is gonna be a Copic coloring tutorial, and this is Cupcake Anya from the Greeting Farm. It was a digital stamp, and I've already colored several because I'm gonna do a card swap. But I wanted to show you all what I did, and so I'm going to use YR. Let me do it this way. YR65. Sorry, it's not showing up. YR18. And YR68 for her dress and her little headband. And then for her skin, I'm going to use E00, E000, and E11. And then for her hair, I'm going to make her have dark hair so she looks similar to me. So I'm going to use N5, N7, and N9. Alright, so I'm going to start with the darkest color for her headband. And I'm going to color this in, and color this in. Oh, actually, sorry, that was not my darkest color. Let me go back with the darkest color and go over that. I didn't think that looked right. Okay. So I'm not being completely precise on how far up or anything that I go. And here I'm just going to blend the colors. So I'm kind of going back over the dark color and then bringing that up. And so I'm just going to bring that up to a spot that I like. Then I'm going to use the lightest color and go across that. And unfortunately, the ink that I used to print these off, since it was a digital stamp, with my lighter colors, I've noticed it has been smearing more. So, unfortunately now, her little band has black lines in it. But that's the only printer I have available to me right now, so we're just going to go with that. And then I'm going to make her little ribbons. I think I'm going to do it in using the two darkest colors. So I'm going to use the darkest color, or her little bows, her little ribbons, sorry. And go in, create some shadow, shading with the darkest. And the reason why I'm doing this, I know you're supposed to go kind of light, medium, dark, and then back to your medium or darkest again, but because the area is so small and I don't want it to get super saturated, that's why I'm doing my dark colors first. So just kind of blend out that color. And I had already colored the cupcake, and I think that was, oh, I kind of can't remember now, but that I think was I think it was RV23, and then I used a red color, and I'm not really sure, it was either the, I think it might have been the R29, and then I used some green color, which I'm not going to even try and guess which color that was, and then her little mouth is that the RV23, so that, you know, her little tongue is pink. Okay, so there's her headband and her little bows on her headband. So now I'm going to do the dress, and I'm going to use the lightest two for the main part of the dress, and then I'm going to use the darkest two for her little kind of stockings or leggings. So let me go ahead and do the dress first. So I'm going to just put kind of some of the darker color down, just so there's a little bit of shading or shadow. I haven't quite gotten this down yet. I just kind of put it down wherever I think there would be. So like around here, and then on the sides, bringing it down a little under her bow. So now I'm going to use the lightest color and just kind of pull the dark color into the light color areas, or the parts that weren't, you know, colored in yet. And I know I should be working in little small circles, but it's kind of hard in some of these areas to do that. So, and plus I found with these smaller areas, if you kind of pull like that, pull the dark color into the rest of the area, it kind of helps with blending it. So instead of, excuse me, instead of little circles, I'm going to kind of flick it. And I probably need to hurry because I'm not sure how my time is going. Okay, so just blending, trying to pull the two colors together. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. My camera ran out of memory, so I had to go through and erase some stuff. So I just finished blending that, and so now I'm going to take the darkest two colors and I'm going to do her little legging. So I'm going to put this dark color down here. Yeah, the shade from her dress, and then I'm going to pull that down to the bottom of her stockings, or leggings. And there we go. So that's done. And I'm actually going to do her shoes, and I'm going to use the 110 and just color them in. So there are her little shoes. Okay, and then so we're done with the orange now, and because I'm going to leave her little ribbon around her waist white. So let's do her skin, and I will do her hair last. So I'm going to use the E11, and I'm going to just kind of apply, since this is my darkest shade, I'm just going to apply shading kind of all around her face. And, okay, there we go. So start with her face first. Now I'm going to use the E00, and I'm going to go through and kind of do a circular motion and also do that pulling motion again to bring the color into the rest of her face. So circle, circle, circle. And see, I found that if I pull it like that, see where I did the circles and it's not really blended that well, but if I pull it, it will blend a little better and not be such a harsh contrast between the two colors. And I don't think I cleaned off my tip from the last time I was coloring. So I'm just going to pull it up, kind of bring it over here, pull this in. So working on this side now. See, if I pull it, it kind of blends those shades together. I'm going to bring this up. Now I can do the circular motion. Kind of do it bigger too, since I'm covering that kind of wide area in her face. And ignore it looks like there's a shadow coming through, but that's just the color from something else I was coloring. So color in the kind of that light spot with the E000. Now I'm going to do the rest of her, so I'm going to put the shadow under her chin and then the lower parts of her arms. And I guess I kind of did this with the light source facing her straight on. I didn't really do it at an angle or anything. Some of the other little girls that I colored, I tried to do it at an angle a little bit. But I just kind of started coloring and then realized I wasn't, I basically had drawn it so that the light source was coming straight at her. So there we go, there are her little arms. Let's do her little legs. And then I will do her hair in a second, once I get her light colored in.